Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Judith, the 5th chapter. Then was it declared to Holofernes, the chief captain of the army of Assur, that the children of Israel had prepared for war and had shut up the passages of the hill country. So they blocked off the passages in the hill country, and had fortified all the tops of the high hills, and had laid impediments in the champaign country. So in the plain countries, they basically blocked it all off. Wherewith he was very angry, and because he's like, oh, they're trying to resist, they're trying to fight back against me. And called all the princes of Moab, and the captains of Ammon, and all the governors of the sea coast. And he said unto them, Tell me now, ye sons of Canaan, who this people is that dwelleth in the hill country, and what are the cities that they inhabit, and what is the multitude of their army, and wherein is their power and strength, and what king is set over them, or captain of their army? And why have they determined not to come out and meet me more than all the inhabitants of the west? So they have been the most reluctant and resistant of all the other inhabitants over here. What's the deal with them? Then said Achior, the captain of the sons of Ammon, Let my lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people, which dwelleth near thee, and inhabiteth the hill countries, and there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant. This people are descendants of the Chaldeans, and they sojourned hithertofore in Mesopotamia, because they would not follow the gods of their fathers, which were in the land of Chaldea. This is when it says the Chaldeans, he is referring to the of the Chaldees, where Abraham and his family were, and how they eventually, when it says hithertofore, it means before now, they were in Mesopotamia, this is in Syria, okay, where Abraham dwelt, Paran, I think it was Paran, I think it was Paran, but where they dwelt before coming into the land of Canaan. It says here, verse 8, For they left the way of their ancestors and worshipped the God of heaven. See, as the Lord took Abraham from the idolatrous ways of his family, whom they knew, so they cast them out of the face of their gods, and they fled into Mesopotamia, which is Syria, and sojourned there many days. Then their God commanded them to depart from the place where they sojourned, and to go into the land of Canaan, where they dwelt, and were increased with gold and silver, and with very much cattle. But when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt and sojourned there. Right, this is with Jacob and the patriarchs and all of them, when Joseph was already in Egypt. While they were nourished and became a great multitude, so that one could not number their nation. Therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dealt subtly with them, and brought them low with laboring in brick, and made them slaves. Then they cried unto their God, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues. So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight. And God dried the Red Sea before them. So this going into the Exodus, right? And how the Lord parted that body of water in half for us to walk on it, and brought them to Mount Sinai, which is Sinai, and Kadesh Barnea, which is Kadesh Barnea, and cast forth all that dwelt in the wilderness, which are those Amorites that were in the southern parts of the wilderness on our way into the land. So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength all them of Esabon, which is Heshbon, and passing over, that's where we took out, Og and Sihon, and passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country. And they cast forth before them the Canaanite, and the Perizzite, and the Jebusite, and the Sycamite, which is the Shechemite, and the Girgasites, and they dwelt in that country many days. And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hateth iniquity was with them. So long as they followed his ways, they were good. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. So when they disobeyed the Lord, this is the judgment they suffered. But now they are returned to their God and are come up from the places where they were scattered and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome it. So he was basically saying, look, the way to get them, right, the way that you can actually weaken them, their kryptonite is their God, right? If they sin against them or they transgress, then that's your green light. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. So if they haven't transgressed and their God is with them, you're much better off just letting them be, because if not, their Lord is he's gonna defend them, and we're not gonna win that battle. And when Achior had finished these sayings, all the people standing round about the tent murmured, "Who the hell is this? What the hell are you talking about? Talking about their God going to defend them. What? And the chief men of Holofernes and all that dwelt by the seaside and in Moab spake that he should kill him." So that's who the hell is this? Do you hear the shit this guy's saying? He's basically saying you're too weak. He's saying you can't take these people, and to put his ass to death. For say they, we will not be afraid of the face of the children of Israel. For lo, it is a people that have no strength nor power for a strong battle. They're too weak. Now therefore, Lord Holofernes, we will go up, and they shall be a prey to be devoured of all thine army. So we're going to cook them. This is going to be easy work. And that brings us to the end of the book of Judith, the 5th chapter. Lord willing, thou is edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kudash. And until next time, Shalom.